They're shutting down how we talk to each other and doing it quickly. Twitter. Reddit. I'm sure Facebook is a mess even though I haven't used it in a decade. They're shutting down how we talk to each other. Because the coming recession and political policies that will be forced on us will lead to revolt. They see what's happening in France, and the US has seen protests from the left and the right. And they want to shut it down. They do not want us to coordinate action or language. They realize the masses will self-educate and deprogram if left to their own devices. And they do not want this to continue. Elon buying Twitter was the first move. All of his errors are intentional efforts to kill the platform. When it's dead, he will be richer. Wait for it. Reddit was significantly cheaper to shutter. Expanded retirement ages. Loss of benefits. Increased exploitation. Increased incarceration for non-participation. Social credit. Individual mandates from the government that exceed those implemented by Obamacare. And have nothing to do with insurance. All of this is coming. Your kids will own nothing. They will not be educated. They will not have access to good food. Keep your guns. Go back to talking face to face. If you have an Alexa or Google Home, get rid of it. Don't talk or post about politics on social media. I've noticed if I shit talk, it stands with no problem. Anything I provide sold proof with scientific papers or similar get deleted by the mods here. Now that we don't have services to see that anymore because of the API changes. The only way to see it happen is to try and see your post in an incognito window not logged in. It all started with the Facebook comment section. I remember not believing my eyes. Seeing how people talk to each other in public Facebook comment sections. And that was well over 10 years ago. Now it's how people talk to each other face to face. I miss MySpace, Tom. Get a printing press. We need strategies to get around their suppression of our communications. Wait. Reddit has been shuttered. What are we using right now? 100 What I've been thinking too with the Elon Twitter. I think Twitter strayed too far and had to be confiscated. Iron is purposefully running it to the ground. There is absolutely no way him or his team and surrounding people are dumb enough to spend $44 billion just to run something badly. It's intentional. Just look at the newest policy limiting the amount of tweets people can see a day. It is planned. I gotta ask, what made you come to the conclusion that the US Gov is going to go tyrannical and there won't be a 2024 election? Is it purely because social media apps are changing for the worst? How come I haven't seen any Telegram groups for these reasons? Oh my word. You mean we will actually have to go outside and talk to people face to face? Unheard of and appalling. Well, I never. Seriously. If this is cause for alarm, then I can only imagine if something truly world-changing were to happen. People might IDK buy all the toilet paper in a mad panic for no reason. There will be no election in 2024. Just watch. A war will be the justification. The beginning of the end. Definitely. This has been going on for a while. You read it in fashion magazines about the future. It involves a different social landscape with no more large networks. Very weird prediction. My children will own many things. They will be educated. We will have access to good food. Realize the pitchos are trying to frighten you. And you rebroadcasting their stuff with panic in your writing does nothing to help. Instead, get a head on your shoulders, think and okay, so if you recognize an issue, do something about it. Come up with a solution. You'll get some land in the country, grow your own food and chill. They're shutting it down because it's painfully obvious we aren't ready for a hive mind yet. Mesh networks, ham internet. Hopefully Gab will stay alright, but Torba has opened it up for investors now. If your ancestors saw you crying for revolution because social media is becoming worse, they would disown you. I am the resurrection and the life. He who believes in me, though he may die, he shall live. And whoever lives and believes in me shall never die. Do you believe this? The Lord. Some of the most effective shared research into conspiracies was done years before the Internet. Certainly the quality of evidence gathering and analysis has not improved because of all these open lines of communication. So when none of this turns out to come true, i.e. Twitter dying, forced political policies, nice of you to leave that vague enough lol, etc. Will you finally STFU and step out of the conversation? Nope. You'll just create new goalposts and get even louder. Sad. So you think Twitter was better before Elon bought it? Lol. What are you talking about? You can literally DM me or have an open conversation on any of these platforms, or we can swap numbers and text, call, or video chat. We can also meet in person and talk to each other like God made us able to. Stop the fear-mongering. I'm buying more. It's not like these things have been around forever. We are better off without social media. Elon doing God's work destroying Twitter tbh. Go outside. Keep your guns. They got you good and scared, huh? Lol. Fuck the fact that one of our political parties has descended into fascism and votes in unison against solving all these problems. Army right. Sue, who's down for a civil war? Oh yeah, that recession is gonna hit any day now, really, you guys. How can a small gun take down a big army gun attached to a fast aeroplane? Lol. You're reaching a bit here. Join some Telegram groups. Preach, OP, preach. Okay, but you can still talk to people in real life. If you live in the UK and want to speak to someone in Japan, fly or drive. No, that takes too long. The internet is helpful. The internet is a misleading source of reality. As someone with no friends, I feel like this could be better for community. No. It's because the conversations people have can cause people to react to any topics in a way that would scare the average person who never talked to a crazy person in their lives. The average Reddit moderator would freak out if we talk about them in third person of possibly owning a cat, was paid, or pressure by the government or corporations to censor potential information that they believe would harm their business or reputation. Keep your guns. They fell in lake. If they really wanted to shut down communication, they'd just do it. The people are so neutered that even if protests were held, eventually they'd be forgotten and it would become the norm. Use Nostr. Use Lemmy. Use Mastodon. Use Session. And if you don't know about those tools, it's about time. Don't die stupid. And while we are at it, learn how to use Monero, aka Real Digital Cash. When it's dead, he will be richer. Yes, I too became richer when I took out a $44 billion loan, then lit it all on fire. Time for mesh networks. Killing off the disinfo platforms used to cause division and chaos is a great thing.